Hello, guys, and welcome.
Hello, everyone,
Episode 137.
and it's Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys. This is the first one of the year, first one of 2023. What a ripper it is going to be.
Sure is. There's lots to look at.
Lots of stuff to
Feels like
look
we
at.
always say that, but recently we have had lots to look at.
Well, the run up to Christmas, there was like container loads of stuff coming in store every day, it felt
Yes.
like. And now we're still digging through it.
We are.
Aren't we?
Indeed.
Still digging through it.
What about you?
If they left us anything behind,
Who's that?
everybody, Santa, all his helpers, smashed us.
Mm.
So welcome everybody. Who have we got on today, mate?
Oh, maybe I should change this to the comments.
You could do
There are some comments already. Wow.
already.
Yep.
Welcome. Who have we got on?
The Wombat's on.
Hey Panda,
Wombat Panda, he's on.
how are you? Will?
Mr. Jeffy's on. Hello.
Hey Jeff, how are you, mate?
Saurian's on as well.
Surian, hey mate. Well, he's probably not at work.
What's he doing? Drifting.
Well, he could be drifting. No, he's probably waiting for his street outlaw tickets.
What outlaw? What?
Oh, it doesn't matter. And
There's nothing going on, is there?
yeah, well, he's not at work. He's on Christmas holidays, I think.
Oh, really? How good's that?
Some people get them. Not us.
No.
We fight on through. What have we got here?
This is Car of the Week.
What is it?
It is, I can't say, because this is for all the viewers to work out. So we need to know.
We need to know.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Well, you want to know?
You're making it hard to see.
I'm trying to,
Oh,
because I think it's too easy.
is it? All
I
right.
think it's too easy.
So we need to know the make,
Make,
the model.
model, the color.
Yep.
And if you guess all that too quick, which I reckon they will, but who knows with these guys.
Oh, you never know.
I want another fun fact about the car.
Fun fact,
Fun fact.
it's fast.
Could
Oh, you
be.
wanted the year one to
Could
come
be.
from someone else.
Could be.
Yeah, okay.
Could be
All right.
fast. It depends. It's relative.
All right.
What have we got on, mate?
What have we got on?
What have we got on today?
We've got heaps of stuff. How about we start off with looking at some,
Bandai.
why not?
Yeah.
'Cause there's a heap of Bandai that just
There's a
turned
heap to look at, so we'll split it up a little bit.
Yep.
Let's have a look at the first batch of Bandai.
Up. All right, so we got so much stuff.
You're going to have to talk me through this one.
Well, I'll try to because some of it looks new and some of it I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
What have we got?
I've got some option parts. So this is for the 30-minute missions range, the 30 mm.
So as opposed to 30-minute sisters. It's not
That's
part,
right.
It's not part of that range.
No. So from the Gundam range, Bandai have created some sub-brands.
Mhm.
And this is to try to encourage beginners and kids to get back into building kits. Because it seemed like some of them were getting a bit complicated. So their brief was to make something that could be built in 30 minutes.
Yep.
So that's where your basic kit comes from. And then it's actually taken off. It's been really popular.
They haven't seen us build a model, have they? We've been about 5 hours, and you're
5
only
hours.
saying we're halfway through it.
I'm in months. So they've actually got option sets now because they've become so popular. Because they're very easy to customize, and all
what's
these
it-
parts can be added onto Gundam as well, which is
So
like a
you-
different aesthetic.
You buy the model.
Yep.
You build the model.
Yep.
And then you buy another model
Hmm.
and put the parts on that model
That's correct.
and make one super big model.
That's right.
Wow.
You can customize it. I don't really know what's in here. What do you
Why
want here?
not?
It just says
Option
option part set. Oh, so it's got weapons and it's got stowage.
Stowage. Well, it's better
Like
than
boxes
better
and
than-
crates.
better than sewage.
Well, I'm not a fan of sewage.
Mm.
I don't think many people are. But
No.
stowage is good.
Not unless you're a Ninja Turtle.
I don't know if they like the sewage either, but they've got to live there,
They
don't
live
they?
in the sewers, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Okay. Nobody ever talks about how smelly the Ninja Turtles must have been.
Maybe they got some special chemical on them.
I don't know.
It makes them less
That
smelly.
is not a toad I'd like to lick.
No. But apart from that, these are option parts, which are really cool. And they keep bringing out different versions. So this is definitely a new thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to add some extra bits onto your
You do that. I'm going to do an unboxing.
Then have a close look. All right.
I'll make
What
some
am I doing?
noise and put it back in.
All right.
You can grab the next one.
This one, we got a new one in the SD range.
SD.
So SD is like those
Superior.
comical looking ones.
Oh, I do like them. They're a
So-
good scale as well.
Sort of shorter, stouter, and a bit simpler.
Yep.
And the recent range has been very extravagant, I would call it. A lot of gold.
Bling.
So this one is a Taishi Chi Dual Gundam.
Dual Gundam.
Yeah.
So it's not just a single one. Dual Gundam.
I wonder what's dual about it.
I don't know. What, like jewelry? Or like two?
Jewelry.
What have we got? This is what you greeted with. Oh, got cool eyes. Look at that. I love the color of the sprues. They're just phenomenal. Their plastics and their engineering is just phenomenal, isn't
How
it?
good is it?
Even on their simple kits like this one. Absolutely love it.
Nice. So many colours already.
That is the kind of Gundam I might take away with me today.
Today?
Yep.
All right.
I might do my very first Gundam.
I'd like to see that.
Well, I might have some stuff on my hands next week.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, I might do one of those ones.
Talking about Gundam.
Well,
That's not going to help. I'm on the wrong camera.
don't
Here we
you
go.
know? I got dizzy then.
Did you?
Yeah.
What have we got here? We got a messer. We must mess things up.
Like Messerschmitt. They mess things up.
It's Messerschmitt without the Schmidt bit.
Is it?
So he looks sort of gladiator style. It's got a big shield. It's got his lightsaber
Is this
thing.
new?
Looks new.
Looks new.
Looks new to me.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen this one before.
And you'd know. You've been around for a long time.
So this one's from Hathaway. Never
Yeah.
know, I might be totally wrong. Has
You
got
could be.
Has it got a year stamped on it?
A year stamp. I wouldn't know where to look.
I don't know.
And
Can't see it.
I'm not really good at Japanese. I've let it slip over the years.
Yeah, you got to practice, don't you?
You know.
That looks pretty cool. It's pretty beefy.
We can't all be
Messer in the high grade series,
high grade. I
which
love
is
it.
1 to 144 scale.
Gunpla.
What else we got?
You tell me. Hathaway. That looks really cool. I do love their
You
boxes.
like that one? There's quite a lot of different types of.
Is this another new one?
It is. Look at his head.
Theo. Or is it just Theo? How do you pronounce it? I'm putting it out there to the crowd.
Well, the Japanese is Gio.
Geo. It's spelled with a T, mate.
They don't have tea.
Don't they?
No.
They have lots of tea.
Green tea.
That's right. Bubble tea.
He's pretty funky, isn't he? Where's he from?
Theo.
Yeah.
Greece, I'd say.
You reckon?
No?
You reckon? Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh, where's all the yellow
Multicolored.
bits? Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? Oh, all the yellow bits on the bottom.
Oh, like lemon yellow.
Soft, isn't it? Look at
It's
all the
like-
joints.
That's actually quite metallic.
Is it?
It's very metallic. It's like a pearl. Wow. Every time I open their box, I do get a bit excited, and I get straight away I get intimidated.
They do a good job, don't they?
Yep.
So again, there's another one in the HG series.
And I have to tell people that I have been feverishly working away on all my Gundam,
Have you?
trying to get them ready for the Model Expo. I've got about 4 on the go. Bear with me, guys. My first ones.
You got to work really hard, don't you?
Work really hard.
Yeah. You still got 6 months.
Yeah,
You'll be able
but
to finish them.
I know, but I've got about 6 to get ready.
All right, then something else.
I'm just saying it
Different.
now, so in 6 months' time, people believe that I actually started them.
Well, you did start them. That's
Yeah.
how we started them.
I've moved
So here
them.
we go. We've got some Dragon Ball Z stuff.
What's Dragon Ball Z got to do with this?
Well, it's made by Bandai.
Yeah.
And again, these are articulated. So they go together with
Full
joints.
action figure.
Quite interesting how they do all the muscles and stuff so that when they actually you pose them, they're still fairly natural.
Yeah?
Yeah, they do a really good job in these. So this is Super Saiyan Broly. This is full power version.
Full power.
I've seen Broly come out before. So I sort of say it's not new, but he looks sort of new. So maybe it's a new version.
I've never seen anything to do with it.
So the
So
Broly movie came out maybe 2 years ago, was it? Oh, that is sort of pearlescent,
it is.
isn't it?
This is all new. This is an all new series. Wow. Do you know who'd love this?
I would love that.
And it actually reminds me straight away. Simon. That is Simon right there. No? Actually looks like when he goes up onto the driver's stand. Broly.
Oh, no. Oh, okay, so that's it for my first lot.
Your first lot.
Yeah, because I've got a second lot. We'll get through that a bit later.
All right, all right.
All right, so what are we going to look at now? We're going to look at this again.
Car of the week. Got any
All right.
comments? What comments have we got?
Well, I got some,
What
and
are they positive?
they're really positive.
Yep.
Okay, so there's this
Welcome,
one.
guys.
So the Panda reckons it's a pearl white McLaren.
Right. We
Yeah,
need-
and then
I can
and then-
confirm that
and then Jeff says, yes, it's a McLaren.
I can confirm, and I will confirm it is in fact a McLaren. Well, it's a model of a McLaren. This
Okay.
itself is not a McLaren. It's a model of.
Yes.
Real McLaren's a bit bigger.
So that means we still need some extra details, right?
Yep.
We need the model,
Um,
and we need the color.
And pearl white doesn't cut it.
No.
I need the name. Or if you want to get real finicky, you can give me the part number. Give me the paint code.
Mother of pearl.
No, that's
No,
wrong.
that's wrong, isn't it?
It's not beige. It's not
No.
bone.
Bone?
It's not off-white.
He knows it's not bone. He
I'm
thinks
telling
everyone's
you, it's
bones.
not. What are we talking about now? Trains. Let's talk trains. I choose to talk about trains.
We got that big set there.
We have got this big set.
Hornby
A
set.
couple of weeks, was it last week? I had the Flying Scotsman.
Feels like it.
Could have been the week before. Time travels so fast. This is another one that came in on the same delivery.
Yes.
And this is a Network Traveller. And
Yep.
this is really good beginner set for guys. So it's really well priced.
Yep.
It has includes the playmat.
Yep.
And the loco is a much more simplistic design than
It's a smaller diesel, so
a
I
smaller
think
diesel.
it's easier for small hands. It's
Yep.
easier to maneuver onto the track itself as well.
That's right. And it's more robust.
Yes,
There's less things to fall off, but less things to break.
that's right. It's less intricate.
And apparently the design of the loco itself for the undercarriage is actually designed like it's one of those ones that's fixable.
Oh, is
You
it?
know, it's a fully serviceable unit.
Okay.
So it's a great entry level for people. Instead of getting something and getting really intimidated,
Yep.
go on the overhead because it does have a pretty little box on the back.
Well, the great thing about Hornby too is you can see here they're indicating the different layouts you can get just by adding track packs.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what you get. It's a simple oval.
Yeah.
And then if you add track pack A, extended with this highlighted red bit, which is the turnout.
Yeah.
And then track pack B allows you to do the internal track
Can you call
arc.
it a turn in?
Turn in. Oh, no, I guess you could.
Well, if that one's a turn out,
In a
must be
radius.
turn in.
And then track pack C adds the other side.
You got a full
And then you just
two-channel.
keep going until you get all the way up to F, which gets this really fully complicated, I guess.
Before you start working into
up on there.
custom stuff.
Hmm.
And that will all fit on the track mat that they supply you.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I'm a huge fan. So that is the Network Traveller. I was going to unbox it, but we've been playing with locos a lot lately.
We
And
have.
I figured people might get a bit sick of us playing with locos.
Maybe.
Because I was going to get this loco out and on the test track,
I'll drive it around.
but there's a good chance I was going to crash it.
Well, we've got something else to look at, haven't we? That's interesting that people probably
Yeah.
haven't seen before.
This is something that really drew my eye. It is the Pico turntable. And this is 00HO scale.
Yep.
Now, the reason that they have, a lot of people have got turntables, if we go to the overhead. Oh, there we are. If we go to the overhead, we can see that it is in fact a turntable. So you can cut a hole in your layout effectively.
Yes.
You can recess it in.
Yep.
And then you've got a turntable. Because
That's
back in
right.
the old days, all the big steam locos, they never like to go backwards, apparently. So the smaller ones, yes, but like the big ones like the Flying Scotsman and stuff, it wasn't safe with the big tinderbox.
Yep.
And everything wasn't safe for them to go backwards.
Yep.
So all throughout Britain, they had turntables everywhere. So
Okay.
there was a big part of the countryside back in the
Right.
day, in the train yards.
Yep.
So if you are recreating a early era train scenery, it's really well, like it's not out of place.
No. So you can see here they've got the example of 3 options of line here.
Yeah.
You can actually fill the whole lot if you wanted to.
Really?
Yeah. Just add as many as you like.
And you can have all garages going off there. Is that what they're
That's
called?
right. So normally you'll have all the sheds,
Sheds.
all the engine sheds.
I love a good engine shed.
So you can either use it as is, okay, manually.
Yeah, but who wants to use it manually?
Well, you know,
If you're playing with trains, you want to be the fat controller.
well, you do. So that's why you get the motor set
No,
for it.
you get the motor set, and then
So
you
the
can
motor set's got this controller as well, right?
yeah, and you can stand back and watch it turn.
Mm.
So and it's not indexed, so you have to stop it and start it as you go.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know that you can set the points for it. I haven't looked that much into it, but you can spin it around and around and around if you want, like a microwave. But that is really cool, and that is the turntable control motor.
That's cool, isn't it?
That is really cool.
Mm.
So that is a couple of things that I thought I'd like to, because it took my fancy. Because
I think the layouts look awesome with large things like this on it.
I'm getting excited. I'm going to build a new layout soon.
Yes, that's right.
Me,
Because
Dave and I are going to smash one out.
it's going to be something special. It's going to be Hornby, isn't it?
Don't you hold me?
Mm.
I want to say that I've invented a new catch cry, but it's not appropriate.
You catch cry. Inappropriate. You better tell me later. Then we'll see if we'll say
We'll
it next
see,
time
we'll see
around.
if it can make it to air.
Yes.
Because that's how excited I am for Hornby.
Mm.
You know. All right, that is it for trains.
That's it for trains.
That's all I've got for
Okay.
trains this week.
Well, I'd say let's go back to that, but no one's actually put in anything extra.
Come on, guys.
Model, color.
McLaren. That's all we're working with. Working with McLaren. I want to know a model and I want a color and I want to know some fun facts. And if you guys guess it early, I've got a bonus.
Bonus.
I've got bonus content.
We have. It's pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
that might make it out.
Yep. So go on, guess it, and then we'll bring on the extra
I
content.
think we're too busy. I think we're too busy. I think we've
Are we?
overcommitted for this show.
Have we?
Well, let's see.
Oh, okay.
What else have you got for us?
Oh, want some more Bandai?
Yep,
Right.
I do want some more Bandai. You promised me more than one set.
I reckon you'll like this. So these are option parts for the 30-minute sisters that you mentioned earlier. Why is so quiet?
Because
Well,
I don't know
they-
how do you option up? Well, what do you mean options? They're
Well,
not
they call
robots. They're scale models, aren't they?
Yeah, but
So how do
these
you-
are optional body parts.
Wait a minute.
And these
What
are,
are you trying-
these are fleshy body parts.
So what are you trying to say is in here there's literally bolt-ons. Is
Yeah.
it?
So there's different faces.
We don't worry about that. that
There's
gets
different hands.
Yeah. I still think we're warming up.
Okay, and there's legs and arms.
Legs and arms.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And
And
then
then
what?
all the associated joints as well. And that's
Lots
it.
of joints.
So these two packs are actually the same thing in a different color.
Yeah.
So what you've got there is what they call, or is it what color they call that one? Color C.
Color C.
And what I've got here, this one is color B. Okay, so this indicates the bits that they give you.
Is that bone color? Is that what
it's,
B?
It's pretty light colored, isn't it?
What is this color?
That's a tan color.
Is it?
Hmm.
Oh, we're on the overhead. Sorry. Color B and color C.
Okay, so you can do the full flesh colored legs because quite often,
What colors do
This-
they come with?
well, they could be colored down here because it look like leggings or tights.
Oh, so they have less clothes on these ones.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you worked that
I
one out.
didn't. Well, I don't know. Right.
See? Full legs.
So in case your 30
Hands,
minutes,
arms.
in case your 30-minute sister has too many clothes,
Yes.
you can buy these option parts. Why didn't you say that?
Oh, sorry.
So you can do away without the frivolous clothes, and
Frivolous.
frivolous. Who needs them? Definitely summer. What
Uh,
scale are they again?
They are about 1/10.
1/10.
1/10, 1/12.
Could make a good girl for my phaser.
Yeah, I don't think we see enough of these in 10 scale
Really?
radio control. I reckon they suit it really well. We've got the
Mm.
frame mum girl that's out there.
Frame mum girl.
Yeah.
Oh, the architect one. Yeah.
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 So that's what this is all
But
about.
I would like more clothes on mine than that. I think that's
Well, you
too
can do.
little.
Well,
I
this is
think
just the
that's,
option bits.
I think that's too little clothes for me.
you don't
Well,
have to put everything on.
what do you mean?
No, I mean, you don't have to put every skin bit on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can leave it less skin if you want to.
But if they're going swimming, that's how you want them. If you're playing with them in the bath, you probably put that outfit on. And then when you get out the bath, you put the other out. Otherwise, they'll get cold.
Maybe.
Yeah?
Yeah, not
Is
sure.
that what people do?
Maybe. Could be. I don't really know.
Do you play with them in the bath?
Not yet.
You know what we
Oh.
should do? We should put the architect girl in the waterfall, in the paint booth.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She could be
Having
like
a shower?
Yeah. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I think that's a thing.
Maybe we'll have to do that and do a reel, eh?
Did you guys? Yes. Yes, we will. Did you
Yes.
guys see that? The paint booth all sold out.
Yeah, that's
Like
right. The
second
waterfall.
shipment, the
That's right.
waterfall thing, that was on last week's show, remember?
That's right, that was a huge thing.
Trying to get it.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
Wow.
Mm.
All sold out.
Pretty special.
We've got the one in here that's demo.
Yep.
We haven't sold that one yet.
Mm.
But because it's we're gonna empty the water, take it out, and then Will will have nowhere to drink out of. You know?
That's right. He has to stay hydrated.
That's right.
Can't have him just like
Right.
crawl around on the ground.
What else have you
Right.
got for me? Sorry.
All right, so this one is also a 30-minute mission item, but it's a totally different sort of look. It's like an armored, a little bit Mac style. This one,
Mac Daddy.
yeah,
Yep.
bit machining Krieger, but it's like I don't know, it's like this lucky ball
So
with arms and legs.
That's not an option part. That is a model.
No, that's a full one.
That's a
Okay,
full
so
model.
you look on the side, right? So on the side gives
No,
you.
I'm going in.
Oh, you're going straight in, eh?
I'm going straight in.
Getting into it.
Show me.
See how ball he is? He's got this the big grenade launcher thing.
Yes.
Okay, there's a torso.
Yes. a few different colours in there.
So as you can see, there's not that many sprue, right? So hence the 30 minutes.
Yep.
You got some option hands there too.
So all you need with this is your 9-step nippers.
Yep.
Your 9-step hobby knife.
Yep.
Clean off some flashing.
Yes.
Off you go.
That's right. And if you want to be a bit more adventurous, you put in some sanding blocks.
But you don't need paints.
No.
You don't need, and that's fantastic.
No, how good is it? That's pretty funky, eh?
I like it.
So I was going to show you the side here.
All right, you
turn
show
around,
me. Sorry.
turn around this way. Okay, so this is what the 30-minute missions started off looking like when the series started. So a bit more Gundam-y.
Yeah.
And now they've sort of expanded into something different.
Gundam.
Gundam.
That's a
So
cool.
it's gone more Mackie.
Mackie.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. All right, what else we got?
Not sure.
All right, something a bit older school.
Old school.
Yeah, RX-78. This is also from the high grade range.
Yep.
And this is from Universal Century. So one of the early types of series. But this one, what's he got with him? He's got the G Fighter with him as well.
Is he one of the most? He'd be the most famous one, wouldn't he?
Yeah, this is what they often call Grandpa.
Grandpa.
Yeah, because it's like the oldest one.
Could call him
That's the original design.
Grandpa.
Grandpa. Yeah, well, that sort of works too, doesn't it? So it's a pretty chunky box. Because you got two kits in here, basically. You got the you got Grandpa, and he's sitting on his, I don't know, what do you call it? Like a flying scooter looking thing.
Plane.
Plane? He's flying plane.
Yep.
So that's what the G Fighter's all about.
It's nothing but a G thing.
Can I crack it open?
You want me to? All right. You would give me funny looks when I get in there.
There you go. So there's a shield.
Shield.
Yep. There's a cross on the shield, so you don't need to paint that.
The colours are very.
You see the pilot in there?
No.
There's a pilot sitting in there in the cockpit.
It's a very old school primary colours, isn't it?
It is.
Very, very old school.
Some tracks.
Track. What's the track for?
That must be on the plane. Oh, you can see them on
It's
the
got a
side of the
base.
thing. Yes, it does.
Is it meant to have a base?
Well, this one comes with a base. Maybe just to make it look like it's flying with your Gundam sitting on it. Okay, there's a red that goes over that white section, and the yellow star goes in there.
Part of the shield.
Yep. The grey bits, his gun and stuff.
Love it.
So quite a few bits, eh?
How good is it? That is old school classic Gundam, huh?
That's it.
At its finest.
Yep.
There you go.
All right, what else I got? I still got more.
More? You can't have more.
That's from Mars Rider. All the earlier series were called Kamen Rider. And these are guys that look like insects, and they used to ride hot motorcycles around.
Yeah.
This is a series that was on Japanese TV from the late 60s, 70s. And then it's been remade.
Very cool.
And
No
this
glue
is the
required.
sort of thing that Power Rangers sort of emulated from.
Yeah?
Yeah, no glue required, and they've got all the articulated joints.
And it comes with...
Does it come with the base?
Comes with the base.
Oh, does it? How good's
Stand
that?
for display included.
Nice. So it's brand spankers.
I've never seen this before.
Oh, yeah, there is a whole series. So we do have quite a few of them.
Decals.
Yes.
That's
Well,
really
they're
cool.
stickers.
Stickers.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh, you got some metallic finish
Ooh.
parts. Got that sort of brushed aluminium look.
Yeah, that is really cool. It's really classy finish, isn't it?
And then you got the power
Power.
blast, which is transparent.
Comes from the rocket.
Boom.
Some black. Some rustling. Right.
Yep.
No need to get carried away.
How good is it?
Loving it. Is that all we
Nice.
got?
No,
Is
I
that-
got more.
No.
Another one from the same sort of series.
We're just about gunned them out. What is
This
this
one
one?
is the Kamen Rider Double Cyclone Joker. So he's like two characters in one.
Double Cyclone Joker.
He's a bit like what was it in Batman? Was it Two-Face?
I'm not sure.
How good is it?
Comes in a display case too, this whole series.
Display stand?
Look at that.
Hmm.
So you like building two different models.
Yeah, but
Very
he's
cool.
put together.
Show
What
me
have we
more. Show me more.
Okay, so we've got some RG series back in stock. Is this new? I don't think it's new. Number 20, that's not new. So this is back in stock.
Yep.
RG's actually been pretty thin over the last year. Same with PGs, but we haven't had any PGs for a long time.
Really hard to get hold of, huh?
Yep. So RGs, or real grades, if you don't know, they're the same small size as an HG,
Yep.
but they're more complicated. They've got the same number of parts as a master grade.
Yep.
So all the parts are finer. They've got the same articulation. Sometimes even better than an MG. So you can get some really nice posing, and then if you're stuck with space, you can actually fit a lot more in your cases.
Because they're
Quite a lot. Like 30% smaller.
Because the other ones like this big, aren't they?
Yeah, chunky.
Especially when you upgrade, especially your ones. You should see the weapons on some of mine I'm doing.
I think I've had a glimpse. You showed me.
They're like this big.
Yeah, they're massive. Rockets and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Okay, so RG. So that's a wing. Wings are always popular. And then I finish that off.
I think Vince is going to give me up. Yeah.
Now we've got the GM cannon. Okay, so this is, I guess, is like a walking artillery unit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sounds a bit like you.
Really? Artillery?
Yeah. Hostile.
Hostile. That's one word.
There we go.
Right from the top.
Yep. Jump right in.
Oh, the blue. Blue's really funny, isn't it?
It's like a. Do you know who'd love that blue?
Who'd love that blue?
You could love that blue.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You got a bit of clear bits there. Some yellow bits. And then predominantly green. So those bits are down here.
Bit of pink.
Yep, they're for the lightsaber things.
Love a bit of pink.
And there's a green.
Bit of green.
Bit of a contrasting colour, isn't it?
Pretty cool.
Interesting colour palette. There's some grey bits.
I know, it's a bit of a throw off. We've got a nice, like, gentle baby blue and like the most hostile, violent MF you could ever meet.
That's right. Yeah. He's got the big guns hanging on his shoulders.
Big guns. Big guns are blazing.
That's cool. All right, so that's Bandai.
Hey, do you know what else I'm building for the Model Expo?
What else are you building for Model X?
I'm building a Hakasuka.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so busy.
It's got it all going on.
Mate, we're building that the Stratus as well.
Yeah.
How do you fit it all in?
I don't know. No, Jack A, the model expert's doing that for me.
Yes.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, he
He's
does a good
quite
job.
an accomplished model builder himself. Jack A
Is he?
works here.
Mm.
Really good guy. If you come in and see his work, he loves to like talk about it and describe his technique.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff on display at the moment, and he does a variety of things.
Yeah.
You go from dirty, matte military aircraft
Military
to
weathered
really
stuff.
shiny
Cars. He loves doing shiny cars.
Mm.
But not just box art, all Liberty Walk stuff and all like really
or
good
his
stuff.
own mod too.
All his own mods, yeah. 3D printed engines in other cars. So Jack A's, a master. And he's doing like I said, he's doing a Skyline for me.
Yes.
I won't
You love the
enter it.
Hakasuka, don't you?
I do. I'm a bit partial. Little bit partial. Is that all? That's all the gunplay I'm going to let
That's
you
all the
do.
gunplay. So we'll go back to this.
I'm gumped out.
Let me have a look, see through these commenties.
Is that
here.
giving it away? They nearly saw the number plate and stuff. Is
All
that?
right, so the Wombat is saying that Flying Scotsman is turning 100 years this year, which is true. It's the 100th anniversary of the
Well,
Flying
you'd
Scotsman.
know. That's BJ did reveal where his heritage is from, and no,
It's true. That's why I like Scotch Fingers.
Scotch fingers.
Yeah.
I don't know that you can say that. It's
Okay,
not-
so the
not
Wombat
appropriate.
was also saying, so the Wombat is being quite
Aloof.
busy today. Aloof, he's a bit aloof. He's
Aloof.
always aloof. So he says 675 LT because he can read it on the base.
How can you read that on the base?
I don't know, he's mentioned too.
Well, all right. 6, 7. Well, all right. It's a 675 LT.
All
I'll
right, so
take that
Sorian
one.
reckons that too.
Well, all right. I stand corrected. Well, it is in big letters. All right. Give us a paint
Oh, look
color.
at this. Sorian's gone and searched on the website.
Has he?
He has.
Well, that'll do it.
All
What
right.
have we got?
So this means
Boom. Does that mean we can talk about it?
that's right. We can talk about it, and also we can move on to
We can-
the extra.
We can move on to the extra added content.
That's
like
right.
choose your own adventure. Hey, this is a new formula for us, isn't it?
It is. It is.
It's a bit
Okay,
of
so
a
Techno
surprise.
Model 118 scale 675.
Yep.
LT in pearl white, Alcantara, and red.
Interior. I love it when the guys put that on there because it saves us having to know. No, that is
Perfect.
fantastic.
That is spot on.
Have a look. Do you want to get
Yeah.
on the? Do you want to get on the overhead? Go to overhead town. Let's have a look.
What have I got there? Beautiful Techno model.
So this is a Techno model, and it is beautiful and bespoke.
Yeah.
And it's quite a classic shape, the 675. Now this one here is number 16 of 35 worldwide. A really good looking model. Because everything else in the display case is pretty much Ferrari red, isn't it? That hasn't been on. Look at the beautiful carbon texture on the back.
I find it quite amazing how they've done the vents on the rear engine cover.
And the clear,
Yeah.
and it's all cut for you and everything.
Yes.
And even like they've gone see the little detail here, like the real one where it's lifted.
Oh, slightly up.
Yeah, so it's slightly up for.
So that means it gets low pressure to suck it out.
Yeah. Really, really cool.
Mm.
I love this one. It's really cool. McLaren. There you go. All right. Well, then we can get on to something else.
What else are we going to move?
We can put this one aside.
Okay, so that's
And
been done.
We can have a look at car of the week number 2.
Oh,
That's it. You have to guess
Chunka
that.
Munka, what is that?
You have to guess that.
Which car is this? This is a bit different, isn't it? I reckon this is going to be pretty hard.
I don't want to give it away, but it is radio controlled. Let's guess the car of the week from this, and then that will come with a story.
It will.
How cool is that?
Nice. Chunky.
Car of the week.
Yep.
Jeff
Right.
shouldn't be allowed in this one.
Why will he know?
Could know.
Oh, okay.
He was in here yesterday, battling with it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. What are we moving on to? What have we got next?
What's in Brett's bag?
Oh, what is in your bread? You brought a bento. It's small.
That's my little Rubik's bag.
It is.
My little Rubik's Well bag.
very
Usually houses my 10PX or 3PV.
It's
radios.
great for transmitters, isn't it?
Yeah, really good for transmitters and bento alike.
Yep.
But today, what have I got in there?
Something special.
Something special?
I'm hoping it's something special.
There's no more chocolate for you. You got in trouble before with chocolate.
You got me into trouble.
Well, Fancy's saying that you don't have treats. We all have treats.
Yeah, well, it's just a white lie.
What have we got here?
Your
We've got
bits.
We've got a few
What is
things.
it?
I've got bits.
All right,
Let's
so
have a
what's
look
that?
at,
What's
let's have a
inside
look
that?
at the first bit.
Do I go from overhead or what?
Yeah, let's go in overhead. An unassuming little bag, little case.
All right, so a zip satchel.
And I think that we've spoken about this before. We might have.
Oh, you got all these bits in it.
Yeah. This is my pit soldering iron. And this is from Aramax. And I just wanted to bring it on and present it. In case that I haven't had it on before. I actually did
Pretty clever.
a bit of a tutorial. Do you want to do some soldering?
Why not?
Why not? Well, that's what
Let's
it's
give it
here.
a go.
Didn't
Is there
do
any chance
live-
we're going to burn ourselves?
We could. Look at that.
I want to do it for sure.
How nice is that? No?
It's pretty executive style, isn't it?
It's beautiful. It's got matte carbon finish.
Yep.
Aramax, obviously. It's got a little power indicating LED. It's got, they look like these Weasley little wires, but it's actually high grade silicon. Like
Super flexy.
yeah, super flexy 28 gauge or something.
Yep.
28,
Okay.
24 gauge. So super flexy. So, and the other end's got 4mm banana plugs.
Okay,
You
so
can-
we're just going to plug those
You can
into...
plug that into 3S, or
Yep.
you can put it in your 12-volt power supply charger
Okay.
if you have the facilities.
Yep.
So I'm just going to go along here and
All right,
plug
so
it
you
into
plug them into your power supply.
my little old power supply.
Yep.
Little jack here that goes in the back.
How do you know his name's Jack?
I'm not sure. Plug jack, isn't that what they called them?
Could have been Jacqueline.
So, juggling. What's juggling?
Juggling, I haven't juggled in a while.
Why not?
I'm very good with my balance.
And I've got my solder here.
Okay.
I love this stuff. This is the Orca high gloss solder, guys.
Always gives you a really good finish.
It does. Even
Yeah,
with my
it's like
crappy
effortless,
soldering.
yeah?
Effortless soldering.
Effortless. All right, so bring up something. We're going to be burning stuff, yeah?
I just wanted to.
What are you doing there? Having a drink.
I was going to just wet my sponge a little bit. Do you know what it's like trying to solder with a dry sponge? Are you ready for water to go everywhere?
Oh, you did that all right. Okay. All right, so it's getting wet. Makes a huge difference, doesn't it, having a clean tip? Having a wet sponge as well makes a big difference.
I wondered what you were trying to say then. So at the moment we're warming up. Oh, look, it's warm already. See, it's flashing.
Oh, it's flashing me and it's done.
Flashing means it's cooked, ready to go.
Okay.
Who
All
would
right.
have thought? 30 seconds, whoosh.
Okay, so we've got some solder.
Do you want
So,
to try?
so you're tinning the tip.
Look at that. Tin that up a bit.
Yep, cleaned it up.
And it screws in so it can't like fall out and fall onto your bench. So
Okay.
even if it does manage, some wombat,
Wombat's watching.
some wombat manages to tip it over on your workbench or something, it's not
Yep.
going to like fall apart.
Right. Okay,
Really cool. Really safe.
nice.
What can we solder?
You got something there, haven't you?
Why not? Grab my poor little buggy. What do you want to solder on it? Let's get the motor out. What do you reckon?
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Do you trust me?
What do you mean? What am I going to do? I'm just watching, aren't I?
Yeah, can you hold the end of the soldering tip?
What? Have you seen some of those promo photos of products where someone's holding the tip of a soldering iron, pretending to solder? It's obviously not on, but they obviously don't know how to use a soldering iron either. Look at that. How quick was that?
Super quick. And I won't just do one. Look, we can do 3 like in a row.
That's a pretty big tip. Okay, so it's going to transfer the heat really quickly.
Nice big chisel tip.
Oh, we do have a question about what wattage it is. Is it?
I actually don't know. Somebody will have to Google it.
Well, going so fast, I'm guessing it's got to be 80 watt at least, right?
Have to be 80 or 100 watts. You know. So yeah, so really hot. I love it. We can solder them back on. Yeah. Should I retin my wire?
Do you need to retin your wire?
Well, I like to. I don't have to do it again off camera when people aren't looking.
Oh, so you're using your special putty, right, to hold it in place?
Yeah, this is my special anti-finger burning putty. Yep. I'm just going to tin up the wire, put a little blob on there, like so.
Yep.
And the beauty about having a nice hot iron is it doesn't burn your fingers.
Are you sure? I want to hear you scream.
Well, I won't, just on principle.
Oh, look at that. It's on.
It's on.
Yeah, that's luxury.
No?
I mean, you probably won't appreciate this unless you've actually soldered on some heavy wires onto big terminals before. But if you don't have a high enough wattage iron or hot enough iron, then basically your heavy components suck the heat out of the tip and all your solder just solidifies straight away. But you see that? So it's got to be really hot to be able to do that. And so you want to do it quickly so that the heat also doesn't travel through all the other components.
There's a nice bit of solder on this one.
Yeah. Boom. It's on. There you go.
Look at that.
How good is it?
And that's what makes it a really good little pit tool. Unplug it from your power supply. Well, you can leave it plugged in there. Okay. And there you go. Right. Leave that in your pit bench. And how sexy does that look?
It's pretty good.
No? You are eating a bit with that on your bench.
What's this?
That is ready to go. We are ready to hit the track. Yeah, where did I put the body? Lucky I did a good job.
You're going racing now?
Going racing. I'm off. See ya. No, I'm going to hit the track Sunday, actually.
Right. Where are you going to be? You're going to be a kilo.
Kilo. I'm going to go out for a Sunday session.
Yep.
So that was the soldering iron. Well, that's still got some heat in it. I'm actually just going to clean that tip off.
Yep.
Take care of me, little soldering iron.
You do.
Clean tip's a good tip.
It is.
Put that back in there. Put that away. Is that off camera? Is that out of the way?
It's in camera.
It looks sexy though, doesn't it?
Looks like.
Does it look?
It's all set up ready for me to use.
Look at that. Do you feel special?
Hey, look at that. It's pretty special, isn't it?
Does it feel special? And yeah, that's a good little tip with that putty.
Yeah.
Did anybody guess car of the week?
We've had some people guess. Where is it? Well, okay, so Sorian's guessed a couple of things. This is what he started off with.
Yep.
X-Max, and then he followed up with this. Sorry, Max. And then we've got...
He's just scattergunning. Lunchbox. Close.
It's not a lunchbox.
It's definitely not a lunchbox. Might need to go back and think about that.
But Sorian was pretty close, but he has to decide.
Yeah, which one he's choosing.
That's right.
What, do we want a scale for head or something?
Yeah, what do you need?
I don't know. I don't know what we need. Brett's bag.
All right,
what we need.
What else is in there?
Ha 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 ha.
What are they?
Look, go to the overhead. Now, I've probably spoken about these before.
Yep.
But every time people order them, I get so excited because they are about to really enjoy themselves. These are really cool. These are Aromax poly pinions.
Yep.
Polymer pinions.
Yep.
So they're plastic bonded onto alloy.
Yep. It's quite clever how they've done that.
They are phenomenal. They don't break, they don't come off, and they give you the sweetest sounding gear mesh. They're nice and narrow. They don't wear overly fast.
No.
I probably wouldn't use them. Well, they don't go down to like 10 scale modified.
Yeah, so very much a stock type of thing, right?
Yeah, but 21.5 stock,
yep.
Lower power applications.
Yep.
They are fantastic. They come in both 48 pitch and 64 pitch,
Yes.
and they're available in a variety of sizes.
Yep.
Like I
Very
said,
affordable too, aren't they?
mainly the bigger sizes,
Yep.
because they are designed for 21.5 and 13.
Yep.
So you won't find them in 17 tooth or whatever to put on your. It's probably not physically possible to put on your, 5-turn off-road car.
Yep.
But in off-road stock and on-road stock, yeah, they are fantastic, and they give you a really sweet sounding mesh.
Super quiet.
If you are getting these though, just be aware that you will need the 50 thou driver.
Yep.
So as opposed to all the other Aramax range,
Yes.
and most others which use 1.5 mil,
Yep.
because of the difference in the machined alloy, they
Yep.
use a 50 thou driver.
Yep.
Most of us have got one, but if
Yep.
you don't, that's one thing that could catch you out.
Yep.
But they are really cool, and they're no more expensive than the alloy ones. So if you haven't tried them, do yourself
Give
a
them a go.
favor and give them a go. What else have I got in my box? So
What's that?
I did a video this week with young gun Nathan Healy, and we did
Yep.
some tire gluing,
Yes.
and that is the new from Sweep, super thin tire glue,
Yes.
and I loved it. Like, and you don't
Got a
really
little cap in there.
you don't really appreciate it until you use it. So it's got a really nice little, like, the bottle's nice to use, the tip's really nice.
Yep.
It's got a pin top stopper,
Yep.
so to help you not get it clogged up. So it's a little pin top stopper in there.
Yep.
Yeah, really good super glue.
And
I
it wicks in
recommend
really easy.
wicks in, yeah. So you
Yep.
just put like a drop and see, like it wicks around half
How's it do it again?
half the beat.
Wow.
Doesn't quite make that noise.
Pretty consistent, isn't it?
Pretty consistent.
Mm.
Just like and fast type. So it's for fast guys that do
Yeah.
5 to 7 lap seconds.
Oh.
No, really good tire glue. On road, off road, predominantly off road. I mean, we smash the stuff. We eat this stuff for breakfast, don't we? When we're gluing up tires. But
Breakfast?
yeah, well, we just go through a lot of glue, but it is a really good glue. And we use it with some Sweep off road tires, and it did a really good job. So yeah, Sweep tire glue.
Nice.
Get that in your kit.
Is that it?
That's all that's in
Is
my.
it?
That's
Oh,
all. It's
okay.
only a little bag,
Yeah, sorry.
but it's got good stuff.
It did. That's pretty
You know?
impressive, this thing.
My Rubik's Well bag never ceases to amaze. What do we get? Get any guesses?
Did you get another guess? Where is it again? Oh, here we go.
Nothing. I got
Is it a
silent.
Kyosho Mad Wagon? No,
Definitely not a man wagon.
not a Mad Wagon.
Do you want to see the other half of the car?
I gotta give it away.
Will it?
Yeah, oh, you might as well. No one else is
We
sort of
can just show the back half.
back half.
What about if we do like a pop up? Like that.
All of that.
Is that enough?
Oh, look, because
Oh.
that's sort of camouflage with your top as well. You can't
Oh.
really tell. Oh, this will give it away.
Does it? Like, does that give it away?
Maybe.
All right, goes away.
All right. There you go. Should be able to work it out from there now.
What
now,
else
what
have
am
we
I
got?
gonna?
Oh,
Oh, more kits. Yeah.
yeah.
got
No
some
more
kits.
gun. No more Gundam.
No,
no more
it's not Gundam.
I'm Gundammed out.
Yep.
Show me some more model kits.
We've got some aircraft kits, and these are like
You
an
can't fly 'em.
oddball selection that Neville.
Nev's,
Yeah,
Nev's collection.
that's right. It's the sort of thing that he likes. Although he likes the British stuff, so
He does really concentrate
this
on
is
the
what he
British
really
stuff.
likes.
That's for Nev.
Yeah.
This is Nev's pick.
Now, I always find it difficult to pronounce this.
Episode 137, Nev's pick.
Yep.
Bulldog. It's not that hard to pronounce, mate.
No, the brand.
Oh. I'm not even going to, because,
Kovazavodi.
okay.
Is it?
Ask
But
Siri.
they do make some really interesting model kits. And
Ask
this,
Siri to pronounce it.
you are Siri. I don't know
No.
Siri.
Right.
No,
My,
she's been locked away.
my Siri's a bit, yeah, she's off the leash, that lady.
Really?
Yeah, she gets it wrong so many times.
Oh, really? So you got
Gets me in
locked
trouble
away.
all the
Oh, I
time.
see.
My Siri's broken. She's a bad Siri. I got a bad one.
You created a bad one.
I don't know what I did, but it wasn't nice.
They get trained by their owners.
I don't think they do. So we've got a Bulldog.
So these brands.
Yep.
So this is KM, sometimes known as KMP. They come out of what we would call the Eastern Bloc, the old Eastern Bloc
Yep.
countries. And well, a lot of them are independent now.
Yep.
But they started off as being pretty rough as guts. You know, really old school, cheap kits, old molds. But they've progressed to a point where they actually make some really interesting and pretty good kits.
Can I unbox
Yeah, pull it
Nev's
out.
pick?
Pull it out. We'll have a look.
Sorry, Nev. fingered nose box on week 1.
Okay, so
one
these.
sprue.
Yep, so simple. So I mean, it's only 70 seconds, guys, so it's little. But you'll be able to see some really fine panel lines.
Oh, you can. Can you ever? You don't have to scribe anything there. You could rivet count that. Would you be a rivet counter? Look at it. That is
So
super
you can
fun.
particularly see some of these, right? So the
Don't-
thing is,
Don't look at my fingers. I may or may not have been rebuilding the center diff on an X-Max.
So when you look at this stuff,
That's a hint.
so the technology of cutting the mold is not quite as finessed as the Japanese brands, which have probably spent millions and millions in making super fine molds, right, like Bandai and stuff. So all these sort of gates are still pretty chunky.
Chunky gates.
Yeah, and the thickness of the parts is a bit thicker too, because the thicker the part is, the more consistent it will be when it comes out of the mold and it shrinks.
Yep.
Okay, so they haven't worked that one out, but they have been able to do some super nice surface detail and things like this. If it's chunky on a wheel, it doesn't really matter, does it? You know, and then cockpits and things.
This means it's going to be a little bit more hand finishing, no? Like
Yeah,
once
well, I
off the
mean-
gate.
Yeah, and then by the time you put it together, you probably won't notice the thickness of the plastic.
There's no way.
Yeah, so surface detail, that's where it's all at. And then the clear is really nice. And it's
And-
really hard to see, which is a good thing.
And if you got excited, like I said, you can actually count the rivets on this. Like
Yeah,
it's-
if you wanted
You
to.
need a magnifying glass,
I mean,
but
look,
that's
look,
how
look
nice.
at the wing and look at the, what do you call these bits here? The wrinkles, I guess?
Wrinkles.
Yeah, on the
Wrin-
control
a
surfaces.
winkled wing.
A wrinkled wing.
Been in the
So you
water
see
too long.
how, with this, that's one piece. So there's no two pieces here. They're just molded all in one shot. Makes it simpler too, right? So you don't have to glue anything there.
Simple Simon.
Yep.
Build me a model.
Okay, so that's KMP. Or something that I can't really pronounce properly. So that's a Bulldog. So Nev loves that. He loves all these British stuff.
KPM.
Here's another interesting brand.
KPM 0299.
Is it?
KPM.
Okay. I trust you. Nice decal set there too. All right, so this is from a company called Bringun. So Bringun, where are they from? I think they're from
Bringun.
Czech as well.
I don't know. I'm not too sure.
So KMP's Czech.
Czech.
Does it say
Republic.
Czech? CZ.
Yeah.
That's Czech. And that's of a Extra 300.
What does that mean?
So Extra 300s are the types of planes they use for aerobatics,
Mm.
and also they're also used in those
So the Red Bull planes.
Red Bull.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that them?
flying. That's it.
That's cool.
They pull Super Gs. They're
Super
really,
G.
really fast. Yeah, they're cool. Should we have a look at this one too?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, but yeah.
What have we got here? There's a big car of the week in the way.
Is there? This one's a bit hard to see because it's wrapped over the plastic a bit. But there's resin parts in there as well.
Resin?
A little bit of resin.
Wow.
And then
Is it hand cast?
actually the resin will be. So
wow.
the props. The props are all resin in there. Actually got some regular props there too if you want to just use plastic ones. Bit hard to see, isn't it?
They've done a good
Can't
job
see.
wrapping it up. Have a look how big the sprue is.
Hmm. Okay, so you got the
As thick as my finger.
two sides of the fuselage there. There's the resin bits just in that bag
Mhm,
right there. Your clear parts. And you got your decals there. Well, you can do a Red Bull version that will look pretty cool, wouldn't it? So that's Spring Gun, something a bit different.
There
Pretty
you
funky,
go.
yeah?
Yep. Funky. Funk a lot.
That's not all.
Whoa.
Here's another brand. This is Models Vit.
Models bit. I think
Models Vit.
you're just making it up now.
Now, I think this is Ukrainian.
Ukrainian?
Yeah. So it's a Ukrainian brand.
How did that come? I thought they were in trouble.
No, they're doing okay.
They're okay?
Yeah, they started production again on stuff.
That's fantastic.
And this, I
Good
don't
to
know,
see.
I'm guessing that's an Antonov, is it? Is it an Antonov or what?
That's an Antonov.
Is it?
I'm just repeating what you said. Look at this.
This is analog, yeah?
It's in a sandwich bag.
Oh, we'll be able to have a close look at that one.
Yeah?
Yeah,
We're not going to offend anybody by breaking into their sandwich bag,
I
are we?
think so. So there's this thing here. It's called an analog A144. So there's a Tupolev there, isn't it? That's the Russian version of the Concorde. So the CCCP.
Mhm.
So
This
the
one's awesome.
Russians actually designed that from stolen plans of the Concorde.
Yep.
And they had that flying before the Concorde did. But it wasn't very successful. They crashed it in the Paris Air Show, and then after that, it was buggered.
Well, you'd
No
be
one
buggered.
trusted it.
You'd be buggered too if you crashed it.
So I guess they just used this as a what do you call it? An escort plane.
Why?
So it must be like a fighter of some kind. Single jet engine,
In case somebody tried to attack it.
maybe.
Really?
Maybe. But I
That's a
don't know
good
much
idea.
about this. This is an interesting thing about all this sort of stuff. A bit oddball. So what have we got there? What do the bits look like?
The bits look good.
Okay, so you got some etched, engraved panel lines.
Yep.
Yep.
The surface is great. I wouldn't say it's fantastic. There's no bulges in the bottom of the wheels, which is a bit disappointing. I love a good
so
bulge.
it is a little bit. You can see how they're a little bit rough. Okay, they're a bit chunky, but I mean, you won't be able to get one of these aircraft any other way.
No,
These surface details are pretty smooth, so that's what you'll concentrate on.
super smooth.
Yep.
The sprue is quite large.
Yep.
Again, a fuselage. Can I call it a
So
fuselage?
that's
on
pretty
this?
big, isn't it? That's the 72nd scale, isn't it?
Yeah,
So compare that to that Extra 300 before. It's much bigger.
much bigger.
Same scale.
But what I like about this is even for like an inexperienced person like myself, doesn't look quite as delicate.
No, that's right.
You could be a bit more ham-fisted
sure.
with it if you would, you know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't need the best cutters and the best, you know.
No, I guess that's a good
You could get away
observation.
You could get away with it a little bit.
So I guess it's a bit like the kits of the 60s and the 70s. So a bit chunkier.
Yeah.
More robust, but they've enhanced it with some super fine detail.
And the plastic, it looks as the cockpit hatch.
Yep.
That's as thick as a thumbnail. That's you cannot even bust that.
Well, that's good
You
because
could turn
some of the newer ones are so fine.
Look how thick that sprue is.
Yeah.
No?
Old school.
Have a look at the decals.
Oh wow.
Nice little decals on there.
Yep.
Really
Blue
nice
stripes.
touch.
So if you're interested in something a bit off the beaten track, something unusual, then these sort of Eastern European kits are just fantastic. There's subjects that don't really need to know anything about it. Aesthetically, they look quite interesting.
Well, it's nice to learn.
For sure.
Can I say that it's an Australian that we're an Australian exclusive on this?
No.
Yep.
You can.
That's what I've said. That's what I've said.
All right. For that, I've got something else. This is from Armour Model. So Armour actually are a more, I guess, a newer company, and they're more refined than the ones that we've already seen. Okay, so if we crack that open. So what aircraft is that?
That's a flying one.
So that's the Ishra, which is a, what is it?
Iskra. It's a TS11.
Is it?
And it's
So we've
not
got some photo etch in there.
it's not a spray paint.
So you've got some photo etch and you've got some canopy masks.
I'm breaking into this one page.
Yep.
This has got photo etch.
Yes.
Are you
And then when
excited?
you pull out the plastic looks very, very nice. We've got some clear bits.
Clear's not fantastic, I'll be honest. That is phenomenal
Oh,
though.
that's a lot of bits, isn't it?
That's a lot of
photo
bits, and it's a nice thick gauge.
You got the
If I was to work with
canopy mask there as well.
photo etch, that is the photo etch I'd want to be working with. Wow. Look at the quality. Even the quality of the resin or the model.
Well, you can see the difference, right?
Yeah.
See how clean it is? Let's get in a bit tighter.
Get tight like a tiger. What
It's
have
pretty
you got?
impressive, isn't it? So that's a fair bit different.
Oh, there goes Jeff and his McLaren now.
So a bit more refined than the other stuff, right?
Really, really
And then
nice.
especially when you start looking at the fuselage. Fuselage is pretty
You get in there, mate.
All right, so you got the tail section of the fuselage. You see those rivets as well? Was it back there?
Yep.
So armor is quite nice. Done a really good job.
You like it?
Yeah. So that's armor. So that's a brand to start looking out for.
So is that what you're gonna? Is that another entrant for you, the Model Expo this year?
I don't know. I've already got too many entrants. So you got your hands full.
I'm up to my eyeballs.
You're right, aren't you?
I'm taking first, second, and third, mate. I'm going for it.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I don't forget this.
I wouldn't. I treat people's product. Somebody's going to love this model
Oh, for sure.
and cherish it.
It's beautiful. Really unusual, isn't it?
I think
So it
here
looks
at
like it's got
Hearns,
polished markings on it.
we really try to get stuff a little off the beaten track, don't we?
I do.
Try
Keeps
and
things
offer something
interesting.
different. As good as the mainstream stuff is, it's really nice to get some really oddball stuff.
That's right. And this one's pretty odd. Oh, I've got the soldering iron in the way.
Odd. Why is it odd?
So this is what they call an optionally piloted vehicle. What does that mean?
The pilot's not necessary.
That's right. So it does have a full cockpit, but it can be flown as a drone.
Yep.
So this is a Firebird.
Radio control plane, basically.
Yeah, that's right. And this is a model by Sova M, which is a Ukrainian company.
How much would you freak out if you were a pilot flying and then the plane somebody's got the transmitter up, they've just fired up the
Well, it
Frataba.
started doing loops and stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
It would be scary, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't you?
All right, look at that. We've got a box full of bits. Okay, so
What can you tell me? Another sandwich bag model?
Yeah. All right, so again, we've got some super fine surface detail.
Looks like the instructions have been printed on Nane's fax machine.
Now look at the wing. Look at that massive wingspan on this thing.
One piece.
Mm.
And I'd love that because that'd be nice to assemble.
That's impressive, isn't it?
No, that would be really easy
Yep.
to assemble that wing section.
So again, it's sort of the chunky style, old school style, but it does have finer details. So it doesn't look like bland, chunky bits of plastic.
That is
It's something different again.
That is an odd looking plane, isn't it?
Yeah, the front end looks a bit like an A10 Warthog, but it's got twin booms, and then it's got the pusher prop. Unusual, isn't it?
That is super unusual.
Not overly complicated, but they have spent the time to make some really small parts. There you go.
So this model is executed on technology short run and is intended only for experienced modelers. Well, I beg to differ. In fact, that it would be more suited to the inexperienced modeler because it's nice and chunky.
It's chunky.
Looks easy to work with.
I think what they mean by short run is quite a lot of kits, you would expect them to have location pins and holes.
Yeah.
So they line up perfectly. Just means you need to spend a bit more time to
Lining
make sure
it
that
up.
it lines up. Yeah.
And
It's got a location part there.
you know they're serious when they got a Humbrol paint chart.
Humbrol.
Hey?
Yeah.
Luckily,
They know what's good.
Humbrol.
Yep.
Put it on your toast.
On your toast.
No,
Like
no.
Nutella.
Yeah, don't put it on Nan's toast.
No.
No, it sent her
Nah.
loopy last time.
Yep.
Last time I put Humbrol on her toast, she lost it.
Really?
Yep.
All right, so I've got another.
Although I've seen you stirring your coffee with Mr. Hobby's Aqueous the other day. Got a bit concerned.
Well, you do what you got to do.
Paintbrush. There's no way to clean your paintbrush, mate.
What do you mean? If it's there, then it's there.
Right.
Just wash it off and just reuse it.
Right, yeah.
Multitasking. Okay,
Wash
so
it
here's
off and
another.
reuse it.
How do you pronounce it again? Kavozavodi.
KPM.
KPM. All right, that's easier, isn't it? So this is a Cessna Bobcat.
A Cessna Bobcat?
Yep.
That's an oxymoron.
Is it?
Hmm.
It's made by Cessna, but it's a Bobcat, so it's sort of chunky.
It's not a Bobcat.
What? Not enough fur.
Not furry enough at all.
But there you go. That's something.
Nor does it
interesting.
have a digging bucket facility.
A digging bucket. Oh, that's sort of
like a
Bobcat. Oh, there's different kinds of Bobcats, aren't
Lots of different Bobcats.
there? There are.
There's some with fur, some with digging buckets, some with tracks, some with wheels, and some with wings.
Yes, that's true. Okay, so
Bobcat.
that's just a.
I never realized that Bobcats were so versatile.
Yeah, they do all sorts of things.
Don't
you go.
talk to me about
Twin
versatility.
engine. Little twin engine. Look how big those engines are.
I love it. It looks like it goes fast.
Mm.
It's got really good viewing. They've
Yep.
got like the canopy here. Looks like off a combi.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, they've just
You
cut,
would know, wouldn't
cut the front off a combi van. Stick that on there. No,
How funky is it?
Yep.
Yep, nice.
I'm done.
Are you done? I've got one more.
Oh,
This is something a bit different.
last time I say go get some models.
This is from Valum.
Valam
Okay, so
sounds angry.
Valum from Ukraine as well? No, they're Czech as well.
Is it Valam or Valum?
Valum.
Valum.
Who knows how I had the Czech if they were Czech?
Check, check.
Yep.
Mike, check.
Yep.
Check 1, 2.
So Vic's Viscount. Not a Viscount, it's a Viking.
Valum.
Wonder how the Viscount sort of fits in.
The Vickers Viking.
Viking. So it is a commercial aircraft.
How do you know that?
Oh, look at it. It says British European Airways.
It's got windows.
Yeah. Well, there'll be people sitting there, wouldn't there?
If planes had no paint, they wouldn't be silver anymore, would they? Be more carbon fiber and stuff.
And Kevlar and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's not even
Oh, it's
silver.
chunky, isn't it? It's huge.
Wow. I'd call it.
Oh, what scale is this?
I'd call it bulbous.
Wow, 72nd scale. So
That's
we've
a
been looking at pretty much all 72nd scale.
Those other ones are tiny.
Well, it is commercial, so there's people sitting in there, right?
Yeah, but it's like a bomber.
Yeah,
No?
yeah, pretty big. Got some nice surface detail.
Recyclable. That's nice.
What is?
The plastic.
Oh, is it?
That's a nice little touch.
Let's see if I can show you this fine detail here. Look at that. It's pretty impressive, isn't it?
You can count the rivets and report back to me. I don't like the colour.
Yeah,
I was
colour.
all excited.
Well, I can paint it.
I thought it was silver.
Well,
What
it
do you
can be
mean you
silver.
can paint it?
Yeah, the decals. There's the instrument panel. Of course you can paint it.
Can
On the
you?
other side, got the wings and stuff.
Would you paint it on the sprue or off the sprue?
I'll do it off the sprue.
Would you use your
Everyone's
9-step
different.
paint clips?
Huh?
Your 9 steps paint clips.
Yeah, of course.
So hold it off the sprue.
Yeah. It's chunky, isn't it?
So chunky you could carve it.
Chum.
Chum.
Was that the chum head? The dog food head?
You can carve it with your 9 steps hobby knife.
Yeah, that's pretty decent sized kid, isn't it?
Chunky.
Nice.
I would go as far as to say that it's not really a 1/72 scale.
Why?
More like a 1/48 scale. It's huge.
Yeah, it's massive, isn't it?
Somebody's getting themselves a bargain with that.
Mm,
No?
good stuff. I like it.
Not just a big box.
Well, out of my stash, that's it.
That was quite a stash. There's like 33 models we've been through today.
Yep, that's a lot.
No? What did we get?
Oh, I think someone's got it.
Car of the week.
So, there's a lot of comments here. Let me just
Is it?
slowly go through them.
You go through it, and I'm going to go through this. I'm going to get this out. Because I'm pretty impressed by this.
Oh, okay, so Sorian's seen you pick it up and he goes, it's an X-Max.
Yep.
It's confirmed it after he saw the size.
Can confirm. Can confirm it is an X-Max.
Mm,
And not only that, it's our X-Max. Isn't it?
it is.
So,
Well, the Thunder Turbine 88's just come on board.
oh,
Hello?
really?
Hello.
How are you, Thunder Turbine? How good is this 9 steps driver? 2.5 mil. It's done some work this week.
Let's see.
What are you
Oh, yeah.
looking at, Beeves? Don't go all quiet.
I'm trying to read all these comments.
Are you? Is there anything making sense to you?
Oh, this one, Jeff wants to know where's Nan.
Nan?
Yeah.
She left yesterday.
Yeah.
You sent her back to Bendigo.
Mm.
What else we got?
What's good here?
That's it. I expected more from Panda Man.
Well, he said something, but I don't quite understand it.
Oh, it's be Panda Man.
So here,
That's him.
coffee and tea tannins make good stains and fiber dyes. Sometimes hard to tell which mug for painting versus drinking.
Yeah.
So that must mean when you're talking about me mixing up something with that paintbrush.
That's right. That's right.
So there you go. Thanks for that. So that makes sense. So that's why I was using it. Doesn't make any difference. All right, what else we got here?
Well,
I
it
think
means
that's
that you
it.
can also use tea and coffee for painting. That's what I'm taking away from it.
Yeah.
You could use it for panel lines. Coffee,
Panel lines.
coffee panel lines. Coffee wash.
Ah,
No?
well, you could. Sometimes you use tea for staining the sails on wooden ships as well. Just give them that antique look.
Antique.
Mm.
Antique tour.
Contiki.
I'm not sure.
Antique. Antique Contiki.
I'm
Yeah.
just taking out a couple of screws here to reveal this big chunky unit. Because I'm pretty impressed. Look at that. Let's go to Overhead Town.
Maybe hit down.
Let's check out the drivetrain.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have my pinion here anymore. But you can bear say that my little plastic pinions that I had before look nothing like this carry-on. Do they?
This is a full-size gearbox or what?
It is just like a full-size gearbox, isn't it? I've completely destroyed your
Oh, what are you
focus.
doing?
Here we go.
Oh, you're getting there, you're getting there. Look at that. How sharp is that?
I know, right? Just come out
Yeah.
a little bit. There we go. So
All right.
recently, this week, I've taken upon myself.
Yes.
We'll be doing a tutorial video
Mhm.
on the X-Max. So we've
Yep.
pulled the rear drive module off,
Yes.
which comes off like a cassette like this pretty much.
Yep.
Did take about 20 screws, but it's not a big job. And I was really impressed. I haven't really worked on the X-Max much, but every time I do, I'm really impressed.
Hmm.
X-Maxes are ready to run basher car, isn't it?
Yes.
Like, and everybody, oh, it's a basher. But it's
Look how
actually,
beefy these gears are.
it's
Look, there's my
actually,
fingers just sitting on it.
it's actually really well made.
Oh, look at the cast. housing for the center diff.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so you got a reduction here. You got your motor.
So this is the
Pin
motor.
here, your
So
spur.
that's right. So this is the spur gear.
Yep.
It comes onto your idler shaft.
Yep.
Into your center gear.
Yep, which
your
reduces it again.
Sorry, your center diff.
Yep.
And that has a big center drive shaft that comes up the front here to your front diff.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously a little drive shaft at the rear for the rear diff.
Yep.
And yeah, so I took it upon myself to rebuild the center diff because I thought this thing here is going to be kaput, you know? And this hasn't failed. There's nothing wrong with this car whatsoever. It was going exactly as an X-Max. And upon tearing it down, and we haven't really shown it any love the past couple of years whatsoever as far as service and maintenance. It's pretty much just been abuse and violation every time it goes out, isn't it?
Yes.
In bashing ways. And have a look at the state. Like the gears are really good.
They're in good condition.
Bearings were good.
Yep.
I have put a 9-step bearing kit through it.
Well, this is interesting too, right? I think that the outdrives, I would expect them to be chopped out a lot more than they are.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
have a look at the outdrives. You can see that they're worn,
see the wear.
But it's not chopped out.
No, that's right.
All the drive shafts, and this thing would have had, I don't know, 100 batteries. Like
and we don't treat it kindly, do we?
No. Well, we're a little bit kinder than others that have used it.
Oh, maybe. But still not like full kind.
There's a certain fellow that's not allowed to play with it anymore, but he's not with us today, so that's okay. So we can say things like that. But yeah, it has never let us down. So I thought I'd do a bit of preventative maintenance, and I was actually expecting to be buying more parts for it.
Yeah.
But all I've done is put a bearing kit in it.
Yep.
Rebuilt the diff.
Yes.
Now the diff fluid that's in it was 20 million. It's in the instructions, and I thought, oh, what are Traxxas talking about? There's no such thing as 20 million diff fluid.
But what happened when you cleaned it out?
It was 20 million.
It was 20 million. It was like putty, wasn't it?
It was and it's like blue tack. It honestly was, and it was really weird because you could play with it like blue tack.
Yep.
Put it down, and it would like flatten off like liquid.
Yep.
Bizarre stuff.
Yep.
Now I haven't put 20 million back in it, and I haven't put blue tack or earplugs and stuff in it. I've actually put 2 million in it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make the thing more aggressive, but more planted at the same time.
Yes.
So we'll see how that goes. It could just pick up the inside front wheel now and spin its brains out, or it could start to get a bit better. So it's probably going to be a little bit tricky to drive, but we'll see. And the beautiful thing about it is they are really serviceable. You don't have to wait till it explodes to fix it. I really, really rate the Traxxas stuff. Like I said, I haven't played with it much. Being an RC racer, I've never really had much bashing stuff. But every time I work on a Traxxas basher car or this X-Max, I absolutely love the drivetrain in it. And have a look at it. It's so smooth and nice, and injection molded. So the big motor bolts here.
Yeah.
It's got you can see here it's got a little graph. So it's got a locating dowel for the motor mount, so you don't
really
have to worry about doing your mesh.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to move.
Yeah.
This one does have a steel spur on it, so I think they do come out of the box with a plastic spur.
Yeah.
I didn't change it over. It does have a push drive, which is like a rubber damper unit on the spur, so it doesn't have a slipper. That's got a little bit of play, but the rubber's still in good condition, so I'm going to leave it. Doesn't need replacing. And yeah, the center diff unit, big cast alloy unit.
Yep.
2 million in it now. Yep. So new bearing kit. It's going to go together. We'll put copper grease in the drivetrain on assembly and check it out. But yeah, if you're contemplating getting yourself an X-Max, I highly, highly recommend an X-Max or anything from the Traxxas stable.
Yeah, pretty amazing, aren't they?
Because they are so darn good. And look how well they sort of fit together, you know?
Yep. Interlocking.
Really is. They have done amazing things.
Yeah, engineering has been superb on this.
You know, look how smooth it is. It is phenomenal. And I expected it to be full of rubbish. I mean, not that we've taken it underwater, but we've pretty much done everything with it since. And I say one of the operators has pretty much taken it underwater at some point, but the gearboxes weren't full.
No.
I have seen alleged footage of this thing like
Doing what?
full caked in mud.
Oh, really?
And just hosed off.
Right.
And left outside to rot, and it just comes back for more and more.
When you cracked it open, it was impressive, wasn't it?
And all I did was I had Nan's old toothbrush.
Yep.
And I had a bucket of hot water with dishwashing detergent and just scrubbed it down.
Yep.
Because the other thing when you're working on these is you don't want to be introducing any more dirt into it.
Yeah.
So you can see the rest of the chassis and stuff is pretty grubby and grotty.
So that's after it's been washed.
Yeah.
And here's the rest of it.
And that was sort of the state before it was washed.
Yeah, so it's still got dirt and stuff.
It's like on
around it.
Zoom. It's too tight. So yeah, there's the motor unit there with the fans on it and the pinion.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Mm.
It's huge. It's like a brick. 8S, 2 4S batteries goes in there. It flies.
Goes really well.
And apart from that metal spur gear, it's all factory. It's all factory Traxxas.
It does.
All right. I think that's it for today's show. Any other comments or?
We've got a request for an airbrush review.
Yes.
We can do that. Well,
What do you want to
we've got a tutorial lined up for cleaning a gummed up airbrush. Last time we used the airbrush, I gummed it up.
You haven't filmed that one yet.
No, I haven't, but we will. But
Right.
next week, we'll do a.
You haven't. We keep talking about it, but you haven't actually filmed it yet. You're
No.
promising people something that you haven't filmed yet,
What do
Beach.
you mean? I can promise.
I
It'll come
say,
out.
I say we do it on a live. Or you
Go
don't.
on live, yeah.
We probably don't want to be throwing harsh chemicals around. We're already silly
Oh
enough
no,
without
no,
that.
no, no. So we'll film a tutorial on how to ungum a airbrush,
Yep.
as well as do a review on an airbrush for next live.
Yep.
Yeah. Why not?
And we can
Sounds
do a on the live airbrush review.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So have you got a good one that you can bring to the party?
I reckon we could. So Sorian is asking, does that have the V2X gears?
I have no idea.
What are V2X gears?
I don't know what they are, Surin. Surin would know more about this than I. Like I
Mm.
said, I'm not really.
We just drive it.
I'm just, as far as I know, is it's got the
It was the original gears
does
from.
have the X. Oh, the X is the Traxxas option.
Right.
It does have the X spur gear, yes,
Oh, okay.
which is a steel spur gear.
Oh, I see.
I
The
think
rest is
that's it.
standard.
The rest is standard.
Yeah.
It does have, because the original spur gear got munched, I
Yes.
believe.
Yeah.
That's the only upgrade the whole truck's got, and it's not even crazy gearing. 1854 was it? So a lot of people just go for the, when they cook them.
Yeah.
And
Fast.
according to the chart, we can go a 2646.
Right.
That's a massive upgrade.
Mm.
We should, if we take it to the velodrome next time, maybe we should do some speed runs with some better gearing.
Jeez.
Hey,
Mm.
how hard would it hit the fence then?
A little bit harder.
Anyway, stay tuned.
That's
Thank
it.
you for joining us on episode 137.
It's been great, hasn't it?
Happy New Year to everybody.
Mm.
What a fantastic start to 2023.
That's right. Wish everyone has a very successful year.
Yep.
I mean, we've got a lot to go. We're on the first week.
But onwards and upwards. It's going to be a killer
Feels that
year.
way.
We're going to be back racing. We're going
Lots
to
of
be
events,
model shows, toy fairs.
train
We're going to
shows.
be racing, train shows.
Mm.
It's all going to be happening this year. So it's going to be a very, very busy time.
Good stuff. Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it.
All right. So we'll do the airbrush review for next week. If you've got any other ideas, please let us know, and we'll get into planning how we do it.
We certainly will.
That's it.
Fantastic, guys.
All
Thanks
right,
for joining us. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.